So today I'm going to be doing something I haven't done in a very long time. I think my first and only and the last one of these I did was with the Ralphie's Revenge. Now I'm actually going to be comparing two weapons which people think are very similar. I'm just going to really find out which one I think is personally better. So as you can tell by the title, we're testing the Blastotron Mini and the Ratatat. Now firstly you can see the DPS. The Blastotron Mini has a bit higher DPS, around 10,000, let's call it 9,800-ish. Now, I believe they have exactly the same perks 1 to 6, so they both have energy, they both have a magazine size, they both have a crit rating, and they both have 2 crit damages as well. The only difference in terms of the perks is the affliction on the Ratatat, and each shot fired grants 1.8 crit rating for 1 second with the Blastotron Mini. Now, let's actually look at the stats of the weapons. So the Blastotron Mini should have higher base damage looking at the fire rate. So the fire rate is 6.3. The Ratatat is pretty much more than double. Okay. Now the base damage of the Blastotron Mini is 13,000 compared with the Ratatat's 5,000. Ooh. And it's got a higher crit chance as well. It does more crit damage as well with the Blastotron Mini. I'm using these both at 106 level. I don't really think it's worth putting them to 130 for this. Right, so looking at the base stats, the Blastotron Mini does actually look a lot stronger. The only difference is that fire rate. You're doing pretty much more than double the amount of ammo you're going to be using. So one shot with that is 2 shots for the Ratatat, more than that. And it's got a more of a mag size as well, which is very good. The reload time is quicker on the Ratatat. I think these two will be very even. The lower crit chance with this kind of gets compensated with the higher fire rate, so it just works out a bit better. We're going to get these into missions, just see which one I think is a lot better. Now, as always with my pistol videos, we're going to be using this build with Make It Count Plus to increase our crit damage by 225%, Preemptive Strike to do more damage against those full health enemies, Hip Shot to increase the pistol damage, Blaze of Glory to increase the pistol damage, Locked and Reloaded to increase the pistol damage, 6-shooter to increase the pistol damage, and Survivalist just to make sure we're still alive and not going down every 3 hits from enemies. So we're actually in a power level 108 zone, so these two weapons will actually be underpowered. Now I just want to quickly test out the fire rates on the pair of them. Let's try the Blastotron Mini first. That's decent. Decent fire rate. Let's switch to the Ratatat. I know it's much faster. That is much faster. I know it does less damage, but it just, I don't know, in my opinion, the Ratatat just feels a bit stronger. So when we actually get to defending, how I think I'm going to do this, I say for 1 minute I'll use the Ratatat, 1 minute I'll use the Blastotron, and just keep rotating for the whole 8-minute defense. Let's just, you can definitely, I don't know, the Blastotron definitely does a lot more damage. 160,000 on crit there. This is doing a lot less, but it does, you know, pretty much double the fire rate. Let's see what is double the fire rate. So 10,000, that does 24,000. So you're still overall getting less damage in those 2 shots, even though it is pretty much double. But I don't know, it just feels a lot better for me. I don't know why that guy died. Do we have Cyberclops on? No, we don't. I don't know how that dude died there. I must have missed something. Ugh. But I'm gonna keep trying this out. I'm gonna rotate it every like. I know we can go. If I find a smasher, we'll go like halfway through it and then switch weapon. I'm really unsure how to do weapon reviews, weapon comparisons now, but we'll try it. There we go, there's a smasher. Go over there, we'll do it like, I don't know, as fast as we can do it then. Let's see. At the... yeah, I'm not going to phase shift yet. Oh, okay, you definitely... Okay. That was more than half, unfortunately, because I think we crit on like the last 1 or 2 shots. That was quite a bit of time, look. Oh, okay, definitely. Okay, the Blastotron in terms of smashes... you definitely want the Blastotron over smashes. I feel like in... oh, here we go, we got another one. Oh, I could have done it 2 different smashes at a time. That's so weird you get 2 spawned to each other. Okay. Oh, we didn't reload that. I tell you what though, I don't know, it felt more even then. It really did. It felt like the proper equal. It's really strange doing something like this. I don't know. Right, I'm not sure how well this is going to work. I'm literally just going to do 1 shot of each. But, again, you're not sure if it crits on either one. I don't know, I think that was a really stupid task to do. How about half a horde each then? It's just really difficult to try and do weapon comparisons like this. Right, let's do like a bit of half a horde each, like that. So this is the Ratatat. It feels better in terms of hordes, the Ratatat. It really does. The Blastotron felt better against the higher health enemies. But I think the Ratatat still does just a decent amount of damage to eliminate them without it feeling weaker. I don't know, I'm really 50-50 at the moment. So we have our first encampment. I'm going to be using the Ratatat on this encampment. I'm going to make sure I've reloaded as well. Don't know why they've not worked. Oh, Blaster. It just feels pretty decent against these guys. Bigger mag size as well, faster fire rate, but they both feel very good. I'm going to do the reload and phase shift to get that damage buff. I'm so 50-50, I really am. I'm going to do a second encampment in just a moment and then test it out with a Blastotron Mini. So there's one encampment. There's one south of here. I'm going to make my way there and let's just see how good the Blastotron Mini does against encampments. Okay, never actually managed to do that. South encampment, it got stolen from me just as I was making my way there. But let's just do it on a blaster then, this weapon. It's very... You notice the damage differences definitely on the higher health enemies. Like, look at that. The Ratatat just doesn't really get through it as quickly as the Blastotron does. But the lower HP enemies, not him, but like, you know, these guys, gunslingers, the gunslingers, the pitchers, the husks, the husklings, you don't really notice it like that because they've got a low health anyway, so you're going to be melting them. But the Ratatat still is pretty decent. It's quite an old weapon now. It's been out around nearly a year, I believe. Let's try this with the Ratatat. Look at that, you don't notice the damage differences. It's definitely on things like Huskies there. We took about 6 shots to eliminate. Not amazing. But let me use the... Look at that. Okay, the Blastotron Mini, I am preferring it against these high health enemies. But for a horde clearer, yeah, they definitely both have their strengths and weaknesses. For a horde clearer, like, say if you've got a load of husks going your way, I definitely am preferring the Ratatat at the moment. But for just single high HP targets, Blastotron Mini so far. But we'll see. Look at that. Just not getting through them as quick when there's a load of enemies like that with the Blastotron Mini. But if you picked out the Ratatat, oh, this guy's going to die. No. Oh, he actually survived. What does that work? Does that count as we've saved him? Oh, I've got no idea with this game. What happens if we get this dude? Oh, he's absolutely vanished. Right, I'm going to hopefully start this mission then. And just see what we can do. Right, let's just start the mission then. Oh, why can't I edit that? I can't close it. Oh, someone was holding it. Right, so again, we're going to have this first minute just using the Ratatat. I'm going to keep switching in and out. I really want to... Let's see actually the range. The range, not great on the Ratatat. I think it's better on the Blastotron Mini. I said I'm going to switch every minute. Let me just quickly check. Yeah, Blastotron Mini has better range. Just going to use the Ratatat for another 30 odd seconds. I feel like I know it's bigger magazine size, but it's also faster fire rate. So you're burning through the ammo roughly the same speed. Look at that. I just think I get these guys are annoying. These shielders, they are really frustrating when you try and do videos like this. Come on. I do think they are better. The Ratatat is better in terms of mass horde clearing when there's like 5+ enemies just on you. I do think it is better in that sense. Especially if they're all just regular husks. Get through them much quicker. It's only until you get to the husky. That's when you really notice the damage difference. Why are they all going this way? We've got to stop them. Okay, that was the... I will never be able to pull that stunt off again. Ah, here we go. Load of enemies around here. Get that Ratatat. Fire through them. Like this. Works absolutely amazing. I'm going to switch weapons. I completely forgot to switch. Now let's switch to the Blastotron Mini. Again, it obviously does more damage per hit. You definitely notice with these higher health enemies. Yet, I just feel like it's not as good in terms of mass horde clearing. You won't be able to get through them as quick because it doesn't have that fire rate. Like, we're getting through these dudes, but 28, was that 20 out of 200? 8,000, 32,000 or 300? I really can't tell. No, they're going to get in here. I don't want them getting in at all. Just patch that up a little bit. Come on, there we go. one shot on that guy. Again, I'm still very 50-50. They both have the strengths and weaknesses in comparison with each other. Oh, missed that jump completely. There's still enemies on this. Where are they coming from? Can't be spawning from that, surely. Ah, they're coming from there. Use the Ratatat. You definitely hear the faster fire rate as well. Some weapons, it's a very weird thing to say that, but some weapons, they don't sound as fast as they are. This one, definitely in comparison, listen. Definitely hear the difference. Still enemies on here though. Yeah, look at that. I'm gonna have to say, before I get a full opinion on this at the end, the Ratatat, in terms of the lower health enemies, I definitely prefer it. Blastotron Mini, in terms of, you know, smashes, the mist monsters, and the huskies, sorry. Definitely prefer it in terms of the damage then. You get through them a bit quicker that way. What on earth is he doing? Well, if you look at this, that's what I mean by wave clearing. Look at the husks here. We're killing them guys in pretty much one shot. And we know the Blastotron Mini does more damage anyway, so, I mean, well, it should be doing. So, you're basically sacrificing fire rate for even more damage that you don't actually need. Which is why, like I'm saying, I prefer the Ratatat in those situations where there's just loads of enemies attacking you. Well, again, like I said before, when it comes to a single target, like a husky, a smasher, I'm gonna have to pick the Blastotron Mini. It just feels like, look at that, it just feels like it does a ton more damage. Well, it does do a ton more damage. Even though we've sacrificed more than half the fire rate, it just does a lot more damage overall. We've been switching, I forgot which weapon we should be using at this point. It just feels like we're getting those guys done in 1 or 2 hits. And it's a 13.5 fire rate, this is what, 6.3? Less fire rate, more damage obviously, but just, you are one-hitting most of these guys as well, just like the Ratatat, but I'd rather take the less damage of the Ratatat because it's still doing enough to eliminate the enemies. How does I need to check the bloom actually, and the bloom and the recoil. I'm going to empty a full clip, looking at that tree. Right, so the recoil's taking me up a bit, but there isn't much bloom. The recoil does take me up a bit. Let's try. Just gonna put a teddy down here, just to stop these dudes a little bit. Let's try this. Oh, there's a lot more bloom on the Ratatat. That's probably because of its faster fire rate as well. Just covering this one completely here. Ah, we're getting some mini bosses. Getting some flingers to be exact. Look at that, you can just run and gun with this. I don't feel like you can do that as much with the Blastotron Mini. Maybe you can. Just the slower fire rate just makes it feel like you can't do it as much. Because that slower fire rate means you're going to be getting closer to these enemies. Let's try the Ratatat on that guy. Oh, come here. I just absolutely spun the husky around there. Range again, not much range on the Ratatat. Oh wow, but the range on the Blastotron Mini is crazy. What is the actual range that it says? This one is 2005. Oh wow, so it has quite a bit more damage range on it. I'm going to use the Blastotron Mini for this one of the single target enemies. Yeah, on crit you definitely notice. Oh wow, I go away from my thing for a couple seconds. Let's just patch that up. But with the Ratatat, it's definitely better with these hordes. Obviously it doesn't crit as hard because it doesn't do as much base damage, nor does it have the same or more crit damage multiplier. Something, what was it, like 25% less, 45? Okay, so it's, yeah. Not that much difference, but there is quite a bit of difference. The rolls, like I said though, they are almost identical, apart from that last perk, and the arrangement of the perks obviously, but they're still the same. The ones that you can change, they're still the same as the ones on the Blastotron Mini. Very indecisive, but like I've said, they're definitely both better in some situations than the other. What are those little ghost things? What are these things passing past? Like little spirits, what are those? The Ratatat, really indecisive for this. Really am. What do you guys think? What do you think is the better weapon? I'm going to give a proper, I'm not going to say analysis, I don't really analyse things, but I'm going to give my thoughts at the end of this. Just really is 2 weapons that, I remember when the Blastotron Mini came out in this new set, people were like, oh, it's just it's a newer Ratatat. It's better than the Ratatat. I do see where people said it. They even look fairly similar. Look at that. I mean, one's got a... I was going to say scope. I don't know what it's called. Sight? I'm not too sure. The Ratatat's got the little sight thing. And it's a bigger weapon, really. But they do kind of look similar. Both machine pistols. Don't think there's that many machine pistols in the game. I can't really think of any. Maybe the... I think it's Riptide, is it? And we're just going to finish off with the Blastotron Mini. Yeah, it definitely does more damage per hit. 100%. More consistently as well, because it's got that higher crit chance. It's got a much better range. I feel like it would be good to keep them both energy, just in different situations. Like, say if I was doing a 4-player hit, I'd hold on to this Ratatat for these regular hordes like this. When the Smashers come, when the Huskies come, when the mini-bosses come, whip out the Blastotron Mini and plow through them. Because we already know the Blastotron Mini is a very good pistol. That's that done. Okay. Again, I'm still very 50-50. They both are stronger in certain areas than the other one. But that was what, 93 combat score? Are you kidding me? But I did like the pair of them. So overall, they both definitely had their strengths and weaknesses. Like the Ratatat, it was very, very good against those hordes, but it didn't have much range, whereas the Blastotron Mini had a lot of range and really good against the high health enemies. Again, it was good against the hordes. I'm not saying it wasn't, but it was overkilling things. You don't really want to overkill things. When you have something that has, you know, it can melt the hordes doing significantly less damage, that's a really good thing, in my opinion anyway. So it's very weird. If I was to keep the Ratatat, I think I will actually change the element to something like fire or something, just because I don't really want two very similar weapons, both as energy, because I do feel like if I had to pick one of them, I will actually pick the Blastotron Mini, just because it is, again, more damage overall. So if the Smasher comes up, I'm going to be picking the Blastotron Mini over the Ratatat, just because it's got that higher crit chance, higher base damage by more than double, and higher critical hit damage. But if I saw a horde start attacking me, I get the Ratatat out. You can just melt through that horde significantly quicker. But really, this is a very down the middle video. The last one I did was Old Betsy versus Ralphie's Revenge, which somebody asked for, and Old Betsy absolutely stomped that one. But this one, this is, I think, more of a situational weapon. So again, hordes with the Ratatat, higher health enemies with the Blastotron. I am going to leave this here. Do let me know what you guys thought of this, and as always, thank you for watching.